Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is your boy Lewis, man, and I'm back here again with another banger with yet another video. You guys know the deal, man. Before I start with this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to receive the latest and greatest content from your boy. As I always try to put out, I always want to love and say thank you and appreciate you guys for always taking the time to watch this video. Now, I hope everybody is enjoying their Sunday. It is Conference Championship Sunday for all you football fans out there. So if you guys are happen to watch the game, the Rams are playing the Saints. If you guys do know or didn't know, and they are playing live right now. So make sure to stay tuned to that game. And hope you guys enjoyed. And the Patriots and the Chiefs, winners of their respective conferences, will be going to the Super Bowl. So can't wait. So I will actually tell you my prediction for both of those games at the end of this video. But on to today's subject. So I wanted to break down last night's game between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Philadelphia 76ers. That was the first game of the doubleheader that was supposed to happen. That happened yesterday on ABC primetime. And I have to tell you, both games were great. I didn't get to see the second game. I only saw a little bit when I was out. But in the first game, I was home and I got to see that first game. And let me tell you, I got to say this, man, that game was absolutely amazing. Like, it was a great game. And shout outs to Paul George. PG-13 is flat out just playing ridiculous at an unbelievable level. He's averaging a career high 27.2 points per game. And for the notion that he's always been known, really hasn't been known as a clutch player, he's been major clutch for the Oklahoma City Thunder and has kept them afloat in the Western Conference. And the man deserves to be in the running for MVP, deserves to be in the MVP conversation. Right now, I think James Harden is winning that battle right now, but Paul George definitely deserves to be in the conversation, no doubt. He's been healthy. He's just been playing big time. Oh, and let's not forget, Paul George also gets it done on the defensive end. He was unbelievable. He was great. And he really should be in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. I think he has a very good chance to win that award. He's definitely making the All-Star team. He's averaging the numbers that I have finally been waiting for Paul George. In one part, I understand because Paul George was he broke his fibula, and that was he had broken his leg on that nasty fall during the in the summer for the FIBA, and it was a scary sight, and I really thought he wasn't never going to come back, and if he did, he was never going to be the same player. Took him some time, but now in 2018, 2019, he's doing an unbelievable job, and he is doing a good job leading his team. And I like the fact that Westbrook is allowing him to be the guy on the team and letting him, even though I still get kind of mad with, again, Westbrook. He is not having a great season. And for a career 82% free throw shooter to be shooting 60% from the line, I think it's 65% from the line, is atrocious for someone of his caliber. On top of that, he's shooting 41% from the field and 24% from three. Now, we know he's never been really known as an efficient scorer. But those numbers they're atrocious. And you cannot win if he's not able to show well. Yes, Westbrook can do other things. He can rebound, and he's proven that he can pass. I get all that, but the thing is, you need consistent play. And if Russell doesn't shoot the ball well, and he needs to improve his free throw shooting by the end of the season, if the Thunder are really going to start making serious threats as contenders in the Western Conference, I don't think they're going to make it that far, to be honest with you. They still lack shooters, which is so crazy that Sam Presti has never addressed that issue. It's like Oklahoma City always had talented teams, but he's never addressed their shooting. It's like the one key difference that's missing that can put them over the top as contenders for an NBA championship. And I was like, I would have loved had Kevin Durant had stayed at the time for him to win a ring and Russell to win a ring together as Thunders. But, that's not it wasn't meant to be. KD's won his rings in Golden State. But I want Russell to win a championship. But it has to be that he has to improve his decision making. His basketball IQ is still not good. I give him credit for sacrificing to let Paul George be the guy on this team. but he needs to improve his play. He needs to be more proficient. He needs to be more efficient playing. Jimmy Butler was 3 for 15 last night, but I got to give him a lot of credit. This is why the Philadelphia 76ers got him. Jimmy buckets, hit some big shots down the stretch. It was a really entertaining game. Embiid and Westbrook were doing a little bit of trash talking, getting on each other. It just had a wonderful playoff atmosphere, like from the jump. And like the Thunder were running away with the game early, but then the Sixers came back. And I got to tell you, man, I really feel that this will be a fun playoff matchup. And I'm actually going to make a video coming up on why I think that Adam Silver really should consider changing the playoff format. But that was my breakdown of the game. They won 117 to 115. I noticed that Ben Simmons actually is more efficient when he's put in the post. And I noticed that in this game, the Thunder and the Sixers were actually both doing great jobs of recognizing the mismatches and taking advantage of them. In particular, Ben Simmons, he had Westbrook posted up. He would call for the ball as soon as he gets in position, right deep, and make sure that he gets deep, seals his man, seals Westbrook, and then we'll get easy baskets. Simmons, to me, needs to operate down there more, but at the same time, he really needs to improve that jump shot so that he's not liable against a team like Boston if they're to meet again, because, again, they have the veteran experience. Kyrie Irving this time is going to be on there, and it's like if they lost to them in 5 games without Kyrie, when Kyrie gets it together and implements those guys, it's going to be even more tough. So you can see another gentleman's sweep. The Sixers do lack shooting as well, though, because, losing Bellinelli and losing Ilyasova and using Dario Saric with 3 big pieces and Covington to get Jimmy buckets. I also think that Jimmy needs to stop complaining and just needs to play basketball if the Sixers are partly going to get to where they want to go. That was a breakdown of the game. Embiid was good as well, but I'm concerned about the Sixers because they turned the ball over way too much for my liking. And I said it last year in the playoffs, and I said it this year right now. As talented as the Sixers are, they lack discipline. They're still very immature, and you can see that Embiid and Simmons still have that immaturity. Yes, it's going to take some time for them, but they're going to grow. But you got to understand the expectations that are put on by a lot of these media pundits in terms of how this, because if you remember last year, Stephen A. Smith was the one that's saying that the Sixers could challenge the Cleveland Cavaliers. And at first, I was one of those that rode that bandwagon up until when Embiid got hurt and the way Simmons was playing, and then the Sixers won their last 16 games to end the season and took the 3rd spot. Cleveland could have took that spot, but they chose to take their foot off the gas pedal to start as the number 4 seed. And the Sixers had all these expectations. Miami couldn't stop them because they didn't have enough talent. They had defense, but they didn't have enough offensive punch, to be able to stay toe-to-toe with Philly. But when they faced Boston exposed them, especially Ben Simmons. Al Horford did a really good job staying on his feet on Embiid, and Embiid had a difficult time scoring on him. Like, Al Horford has good instincts. He moves his body really well, and he uses his body very well to his advantage. Even if as strong as Embiid is, he made Embiid actually, first of all, he didn't let Embiid most of the time catch the ball in areas where Embiid is most effective. He kept pushing him out into the perimeter. Now, we know Embiid can shoot from the outside. That's why he's one of the most skilled centers in the NBA, and like I said, the most skilled since I've seen in a long time, in pretty much a long time. We're talking about Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon skill when we're talking about Joel Embiid, with the ability to shoot from the 3-point line. But Embiid showed a lot of immaturity, and he showed in a lot of non-patience, along with Ben Simmons. The fact that he couldn't shoot, he was forced to turn over the ball and make some ill-advised passes, and they were not effective. And the crazy part was the Celtics were able to stay at home with the shooters, so that's why it was a struggle for them too. But going back to this OKC Philly game, it was very exciting. The playoff atmosphere from about mid-second quarter all the way to the end of the game. Clutch baskets back and forth. Jimmy Butler was a fool for fouling Paul George at the 3-point line to get that 4-point play. That was major clutch. And for those who say that Paul George is not clutch, He's proved it right now this season. Now all he has to do, he's got to now turn it up a notch and prove it in the postseason, because that 2 for 16 against the Utah Jazz in the first round ain't gonna cut it, my friend. Russ got most of the blame because obviously because of his track record and history, not being able to play with people around him because of his, like I said, because of his style of play. He's just a lower, inefficient version of LeBron James. But, man, if the Thunder can find themselves some shooters, man, and Russell Westbrook finds a way to be more efficient from the free throw line, maybe a little bit better from the three-point line, at least decent, and then at least improve that field goal percentage where he's taking more smarter shots. Because if you look at Westbrook, he constantly takes bad jump shots early in the shot clock, and I've never liked it. And people saying, oh my God, you're hating on Russell Westbrook, man. He's a great player. He's better than Steph Curry. And I said, stop the presses. Steph Curry may not be as dynamic as Westbrook. Steph Curry may not be as athletic as Westbrook. Steph Curry may not assist the ball and rebound the ball like Russell Westbrook. Or he doesn't have the athleticism and the explosion that Westbrook has. But Steph Curry erases all those weaknesses. He makes up for it with his skill set. And he shoots at a much efficient clip. But anywho, that was my breakdown of the game. Wonderful win by the Thunder. The Sixers, they have some issues they need to fix. They need to get better defensively. And they have to Brett Brown needs to do a better job of telling his team to cut down their turnovers, because they make just a lot of inexcusable passes that just don't need to make. Simmons tends to try to force and thread the needle like a little too much, and you just make these unforced turnovers. So the Sixers got to do better. But once again, it is a long season, so I feel like there will be some teams busy by the trade deadline, and these two teams to me definitely could use to make a move if it's possible, to really help them out to have a chance for post All-Star break to make that necessary late season push for the postseason, because that's the time when you really want to be playing your best basketball. Post All-Star break, March, April, for that, huge stretch. So anywho, thank you guys for watching this video. It is your boy Luis Velez again with another banger. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that noti bell to make sure you get the latest. Thank you guys. Appreciate for taking the time to watch the video. Once again, man, it is your boy Luis, and I'm checking out. Peace. Thanks for watching.